Hello and welcome to this video, and in this video I'm just going to quickly flip through and show you how I've gone about the planning process for my bullet journal for the second half of this year. At the beginning of the year, I think in December, I shared a video about how I'd set up my first blog and business planner bullet journal in this book. And what I'm going to do now, it's July, so I haven't actually finished this book, but it seemed a good time to move everything over and set up for the second half of the year. I've made a few changes. I'm going to just explain to you what I've changed, what I didn't like, what I did like, and then just flip through the sort of planning process I went through and what I've ended up in the new book. So the first thing you'll probably notice is the change from the A4 size notebook to the A5 size. It's still a Leuchtturm dot grid book, but what I was finding was this, basically with the A4 size, it was just too big to cart around with me. If I wanted to go anywhere, it was big, it's heavy, it's cumbersome, and I just wasn't using all the space to the best effect, basically. So that's why I thought I'd put it in a smaller, more portable book. So first of all, just to show you what I think did work, some of the spreads that I did really like. One of my favourite ones was the monthly at a glance spread. So what I've done, as you can see, a whole calendar view, and then I record things like when I send out emails, when I write a blog post. It's just a way of me to look at the whole month at a view and see any patterns develop of how productive I am or how unproductive I am. And sort of work out how I can become more efficient when I'm working. And my other one is my goals spread, which I've created my main goals for the month, then break it down, and then a short list of the sort of main action points that need to happen each month to make this happen, to make the goals achievable. And the other one I have is a review page, and I really like the review page. I go through at the end of the month, write down what didn't work, what did work, and I find it just helps me get a bit organised for the following month. And again, I find a lot of the same patterns recurring of things that I don't do, or things that I do, and it just helps me get a bit more productive and a bit more efficient. So those are basically the spreads I'm going to take forward. And the other things I'm going to do, at the back of this book, I did promotional trackers. I'll try and find it like that for my blog posts, and I'm going to move, similar idea, but just do a month at a time and move them forward into the other book as well. So that's my current bullet journal book, and this is my new one. So obvious difference, it's smaller. So like I said, this is an A5 one. It's still a Leuchtturm 1917 notebook, and I really liked the purple colour, so that's why we've gone with purple. So the first thing I did was started off with some notes. Basically just wrote down a bit of a brain dump, did some sketches of what I might like my threads to look like. So just some notes and some scribbles. And then once I'd sat down and thought about that, I just basically started sketching out the spread ideas in pencil. So this was the first idea to see how I could fit the monthly one on, and I didn't like this, it looked quite untidy. So I actually changed that up and made the boxes smaller. You can see I was practicing the different sizes of the boxes, and then that's what I ended up doing. I've not actually used most of this spread. I've really only just set it up last week. So this stuff I copied over from the last book, but it was just to get an idea of what it looked like, all done and complete and finished, basically. So I've got, for my monthly at a glance spread, obviously the month, these are my main areas of focus for the month. So it'll be 2 or 3 things that are most important to get done. July will probably be a bit less because obviously school holidays and everything, the kids are home. I've got my month laid out like this, and then my key for my various little symbols, so I know what it is that I've been doing. And then this little box here for moving forward will be for any notes for the following month. So obviously, this month was school holidays in July, and then that I wanted to do the new bullet journal stuff, which will be sort of setting up for next month. So this is my monthly spread. This one was ideas for a new one. I never did weeklies in my old bullet journal, but I think I'm going to try to do some weekly content planning spreads. So what I did with this, just to try it out for the first time, as you can see, we've got the days of the week down here, and then what I'd be doing for under blog posts, emails, social media, and video. And then when I sat and thought about it, I thought perhaps that wasn't the most efficient way of doing it. As you can see, I just write notes to myself here. I think out loud by writing stuff down. And what I ended up doing was creating it like this instead, more of like a batching type system. So things I want to write or create or, record, that sort of thing. Stuff that needs editing, and then what day it's going to be done. And then as well, when I'm going to publish things. And I've color coded it for video, social media, email, and my blog posts. I'm already not sure if this is going to work. I don't know if I'm going to have enough space to write down my social media stuff. And the other thing is the Saturday and Sunday. Some days I get a lot done on a Saturday and a Sunday, other days I don't. So I think what I might do is just see sort of how this goes, how much space I have, and I may end up getting rid of the Saturday and Sunday and just doing it as a 5-day week. Maybe just 5 days, and perhaps doing a little section somewhere for the weekend as a whole, because it depends entirely on what we're doing as a family, what I get done at the weekends. There's obviously this little gap here. I think what I'll probably do here is leave that again as some notes for what needs to be done next week, or perhaps maybe if I'm planning or editing something this week but not publishing it till next week, perhaps just keep a record here of the publishing dates. That's the plan perhaps for that one. But I like that spread. I think that's going to be a really pretty one. I'm looking forward to getting to using that one. And I may also do a second one, a weekly one, but just keep it dedicated to social media. It kind of makes sense really. I think I will probably actually do that. I did that, like I said, there was 2 practice ones that I did fill out in pen and sort of set up as if you actually started using it. These are some other notes and practice pages for this is monthly blog post planning. So what I'm going to do is going to be a space for 5 blog posts over the whole month. Sometimes this will be 4, sometimes this will be 5. Basically it's one a week. So I'll set that out and then keep a note here. This is just a little checklist of when I've done my outlines, when I've written it, edited it. The F is for finished off, so that would be things like adding in the pictures, the click to tweet links, that sort of stuff. And then of course when it's published as well. And I'm going to do one for blog posts, one for email, and one for videos as well. So there'll be 3 that look like this. And then this is a promo tracker that I showed you in my other book. This is just a smaller one, just for a month at a time. And this will be not only posts that have been published in that month, but anything that I'm promoting from previous months, because I do often take blog posts or videos that I've used before. It's relevant to content that I've created that month. I would then also re-promote the old stuff as well, get a bit more views on it, and more views with a bit less work by promoting and reusing my old content. So this is this video, but I will do one for posts and also for my shop items in my new planner shop. So that's that. This is a habit tracker. I've never used a habit tracker in my old bullet journal at all, but because what I was planning on doing was using the monthly overview as more of a habit tracker. But what I found was there wasn't an awful lot of space, and as time has gone on, there's more things that I want to keep a track of. So I think I'm going to just set this up like a traditional bullet journal habit tracker with things down here that I want to record, and obviously the days of the month along here, and just fill in a box when I actually do the thing that I'm tracking. So when I'd set out my notes and my sketches and my trial layouts, I then wrote myself a contents list of what I wanted. These top 3 are, which will go at the beginning of the book. This would just be like, so I've got quarterly goals, and the stats will be for 6 months like I set up in my old journal. And then this is all things I want to set up for July. So these things I may well do every month, or some of them I might find I don't need. But at the moment, this is what I want to try out for July. Now I've written all this out in the order I want to write it down. which is maybe just me being a little bit OTT. Not everybody has to do that, but I like to have everything just so and organised. And then I actually laid out, just wrote down on each page what was going to happen on each page in each section. So the pages I'm going to include, I'm going to have my quarterly goals. My stats is going to be a double spread across here. Then I'm going to do a nice pretty July cover here. The other thing I'm going to do is a monthly index, because one of the things I find, one of the major reasons I wanted to change up how I was using my bullet journal was that I'd set this up like a planner and was really only using it as a diary, and I still had a lot of other notepads and things lying around that I was using for taking notes and project planning and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do in this book is real stick to the original idea of the bullet journal, is that everything all goes in the same book. And I know sometimes I can just do one page of notes, then there'll be another page, and I don't think I'm going to have enough room in my index at the beginning of the book to write everything down, because you only get 3 pages, and I don't think that's enough for me to fill out 249 pages of stuff, knowing the way I write notes and doodles and things. So I'm going to try out a monthly index as well. So this will be an index just for July, and then I can record just the main sections in the actual book index. This will be for my July goals. This will be a brain dump page, so this will be for what I want to happen, main action points, and then here will be anything else that I think of, sort of ideas that I might want to do for July, or even just ideas that I come up with that I might want to move forward and then do in the future. This is my July review, so that would be my review spread for going back to and filling out at the end. The habit tracker is going to go in there. Originally the habit tracker was going to go at the end. So you can see, have I got that written down? Yeah, habit tracker was originally going to go at the end, but what I found was I got to this July review, and then the next page I wanted to do was this July monthly overview, which obviously needed a double spread, so I had this spare page, so I thought, well, the habit tracker can go in there, that'll be as good a place as any, so I stuck that in there. This will be my monthly overview, and then my blog planning, my post planning, and my post promotion there together on the same page. Again, video promo, video planning all on the same page, and then the email and the shop promo there, just as my last 2 content pages and promotional pages. And then it will go into my weekly content planning. So this will be for, like I just showed you the setup I just tried out. So that will be my weekly content planning page, and then this will be my dailies. So dailies is mainly going to be just a to-do list, and I should probably keep maybe like a journaling section, perhaps put a few sort of gratitude items or something on at the end of the day, or just a few extra things perhaps that happened. So that's going to be that. So yeah, so that's how I did it. So basically, take forward, what you liked, what you normally track, what you don't normally track, what you think you should be tracking. And the best way for me was to just do some practice layouts, see what you like. Or the other thing, of course, with a bullet journal, I mean, the best thing about bullet journals is that they're flexible. So just dive in, if you want to set one up, dive in, try some spreads, layouts, and if they don't work, then you can just stop using them and set up something different for the next month, or just, not bother using it. That is the fun thing about bullet journaling, is that it's totally flexible. You can set it up exactly how you need it. So thank you for watching this video. If you want to catch up with any more videos, then just hit subscribe. There will be more bullet journal and plan with me videos coming. The next one I'm going to do is a video of me actually filling out these pages, so you can see how I fill the pages out and what it looks like at the end when it is all set up. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. All right then, bye.